Do you pay to have your oil changed? Have you ever thought about changing it yourself? It's not very difficult, and you could save a lot of money and probably some time by changing it yourself. If you'd like to learn how to change oil, come with me, I'll show you how. First, you'll need to determine the weight of oil that you need to get, and it's usually on your oil cap. Depending on your ground clearance, you'll probably have to use a jack or ramps. Or you can do something like I did here and take some 2x8s and cut them at a 45 at the end and space it apart with a 2x4. It does the same thing, it's just a little rattier looking. So what you'll need is 1. The right weight oil, the correct oil filter for your vehicle, an oil drain pan or something to drain oil in, a funnel, possibly an oil filter wrench. On this car I'm just using channel locks for the oil filter, a ratchet with the correct size socket for the oil plug. On this particular car there's a little clip that secures the oil filter, so I need needle nose pliers for this. You usually don't. And I'll be using this on the O-ring for the oil filter. Most oil filters look like this, so unless you're working on a Prius, you probably won't need a needle nose pliers and a tiny screwdriver. You want to make sure you have some old shirts or old towels or something for grease rags, something you can throw away. After you've raised up your car, be sure and block the back wheel with something. I use a couple of 2x4s, and make sure you set the emergency brake. Make sure your drain pan is placed under your oil plug, and then remove the oil plug and let all the oil drain out. Replace your oil plug and tighten it up, but don't over tighten it where you're going to strip the threads. Make sure it's good and snug, but not tight enough to damage anything. If you're changing oil on a Prius, you'll have to remove the safety pin from the oil filter first. Whether it looks like this or it's a normal oil filter, you just turn it counterclockwise and pull it off. And make sure your drain pan is under your oil filter because a little bit of oil comes out of there too. In the case of the Prius, you have this little paper filter that's inside the oil filter cover. And then after that, you have a little O-ring that goes on the plastic oil filter. Place your new oil filter on, or in the case of the Prius, the paper insert and the O-ring, and tighten it clockwise. Don't forget to replace your safety pin if you have a Prius. Remove the oil cap and fill your engine only till it says it's between the safe marks. There's 2 dots on the end of the dipstick. Make sure it's at the upper level between those 2 dots. Make sure to replace your oil cap and put it on snug. Put your used oil in a sealed container. Most auto parts stores or shops will take your used oil for free. In my opinion, it's way quicker than sitting around at the lube place all day, and it's a whole lot cheaper. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful or entertaining, please pass it along. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.